Hello. I'm gonna break down my part of our me and Slash D's remix of Emerald by Maji and vai5000. That's out now on Neo Aluminum 2025 Side B. So go listen to that. It's good. I guess I'll just start at the beginning and we can go through all the different sections. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, so the first thing you notice here is this, like, Animal Crossing dialogue. A lot of these are frozen. I don't know if they have to be. Yeah, this one doesn't have to be. So since this was like an official remix, I couldn't have, if you know my music, you know this clip.
I can't write 3 songs in 3 hours!
Yeah, you probably know the rest of that. So I tried to recreate this part with the Animal Crossing dialogue. Like,
Actually, you know Yard Squirrel Christmas?
with like this. And I think it's really cute. I think it was fun to like go through all the Animal Crossing, because this is like all Animal Crossing files. It was fun to like try and mix and match a little of like how to make it sound like this. This is just some random Pokemon sound. I don't even know if you'd hear that at all. These are being weird. These is just like sound font, piano, or like music box. It's like Pokemon sound font. And this is just a bass. And that's all that's in this part. Because this is just the acapella. I don't know why this is inaudible. Oh, because it filtered. Wait, is this in the original? Okay, this is... I guess this is an error. This is meant to play the Pokeball sound. Yeah, it's meant to do that, but I guess I kept the auto filter on. And then into like the verse. I really like this part. I feel like it sounds so powerful, so triumphant. But obviously just the acapella with just a little high-end boost. This is automated, and all of this stuff is automated, and there's just a little high-end boost in this. And then this is a sound that I really love. All of these are frozen. I think it shows everything. The Pokemon, the flash noise from Pokemon. I started to use this a lot as an impact. I'm a big fan of it. And then of course, it's not a Maya song without the Windows sticky keys sound. And we've got bass, mid bass. I think this bass might just be a preset. Yeah, it's this preset. This is from the Fetch Rover Hyperflip Stash kit. I use it. It's like the only sub bass I use. I really like it. And then this is something that I made. Is it? Yeah, it's a... This is a rack that I think was a... Is a change... I changed a rack that I made for another bass from one of my old songs and just... Because this is just like a... Without any of this, it's a, like... It's not playing. Whatever. Clap. With a little disperser. I love this sound. This is a Fritz preset, I think. And it's meant to be used as a bass, but I just love how it glide, like I love that glide is so satisfying to me. I used to use this all the time on my old alias. So if you guys know Ball, you've heard that synth before. There's the loop. Add some more depth. This is kind of the main like beef of this section, and it's just like a heart gold sound font that's playing these like chords of these. And I really like this. It sounds so powerful. Like if you play this without it, it doesn't even sound like remotely as full. And then just the LFO padding. This is like the Beats thing in Ableton. Yeah, it is. This is the sauce. Everyone knows about the Beats thing already. But like, if you set this to like, there's the pad, but if you do Beats mode and you set it to, and then you turn, like you set it to the top one and then you turn this number down, it makes very good plucky kind of sound. Random lossy sounds. Classic Leroy laser. That's like in this song a lot. These are just stems from the original. I don't really know what that is, but that comes back in the lossy, goes up, gets more lossy as it goes on. This also gets more lossy as it goes on, filters out. And then this filters in. And then you hear that. And then we're in the freaking drop. It's just the side chain. Drums. Goes like that. Kick. Big fan of the More Kismet pack. The kicks in there are really good. This snare is, I think, 2 snares that I layered and then EQ'd and whatever. I don't know what either of the 2 snares are, but it layers really nicely. I'm a big fan of it. It's also offset a little for some groove. The perk 30, no way. Little zap for the drop too. little filler snares. A lot of hi-hats and other percussion here. It's all offset, like most of it's offset by a decent amount. A lot of swing. It's kind of just your basic hi-hats, but just offset the offset adds a ton of good groove. Random percussion. And then the actual drop is like really simple. It's mostly just the original. This is just a pad, I guess, over the original. Or up from the original. Same bass line in the verse. But just chopped up a little bit. And that's layered. That's the same. It's the same sound. It's just the sub and then a mid bass. I love how this mid bass sounds. It sounds super full, super crunchy. And then this is just the original. Like this is the chords. I mean, it's just chopped up from like the hyper flip section in the original. I just took the stem of the chords and made a little flow out of it, and that's it. Like, you know, it's super simple. It's not actually my own sound design. Just this is one that's a little differently offset than these, so they have a little different flow. You know, you hear that? So this is the lead. Let's see what this is. So it's this, like the fat square wave in CM2. I don't know what it's called. With just like a little bit of downsample distortion, so it's a little brighter. I really like downsample distortion in CM. I can take this off to kind of... Okay, it actually like doesn't do anything. But if I turn it up, you know, you hear like the little crunch it adds. Maybe it adds more if I add back in this rack. Maybe a little bit. But this rack is just OTT, disperser, and a little compression. But really it's all in the like composition. I like to do melodies that do this, like that go down but have the ghost note of the note that's under. I don't know any music theory, but like a ghost note of the note that's under the note that it's descending to in the scale. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, I like this melody a lot. It just kind of came to me when I was playing the loop. And this is the layer. And it's just from the Gabby Start Optifine acapella. I just took a little, like a tiny part out of it, got the note of it, and played the same melody with it. I think it's cool. I think it adds texture to the lead. Definitely adds a lot of like airiness, a lot of breathiness to it, which I think sounds cool. What is this stuff? I think this is just random sound design that I did that I like rendered out to audio and then chopped up. Maybe it's in this. Is it? What is this thing? We'll get to that later. Little init patch with erosion. It's kind of erosion is kind of shaping that sound like, because it's just like a pluck that filters. But erosion kind of gives it that bit crushy quality. Big fan of the Ableton erosion. I use it all the time. I guess I like barely hear this, but it's in there. That is just from the original, yeah. I love, like, this synth melody was my favorite part of the original. So I knew that I wanted to incorporate, like, I wanted the melody that I wrote to transition well into this melody. Like, that was kind of how I got started on my idea for this remix, is I wanted to make the melody that was already in the song feel like it was a natural progression out of the melody that I made. And I think it does it really well. Like, I think if you hadn't heard the original before, it probably wouldn't be super obvious that that melody is from the original and mine is not from the original. I think I pulled it off pretty well. And then here, where this little automation thing is where it does a little tremolo. That, I love those sounds. Like, if you know, like, Grant, he does stuff like that all the time. And like Rabid Zen. It's just like a future bass thing. And I love it. And I do it a lot. And Ableton finally added a way to do it. Like, they added a tremolo into the AutoPan when they updated AutoPan. But this was done before that, so it's just done with AutoPan. And not the tremolo effect. It's just the rate goes down. That's how you'd like do that sound, is you just have a 100% tremolo or pan, or like auto pan, that just the rate of it decreases over time or increases. If you want to do like the reverse, like if you want to do like this. And that's on like everything. Like, that sounds so sick. I think the bass might be my favorite part of this remix. I'm definitely going to use that same mid bass like preset in other music because it sounds really good. It sounds really crunchy. Now we can see what the hell this is. It sounds cool. What's in here? A guitar thing. Another guitar thing that's like glitching out. What is this? What did I do? This is a drum rack with 5 different like grains of the same guitar loop that I'm randomizing. Huh. That's cool. Forgot I did that. These all together, like all this like guitar stuff. Sounds like that. Sounds nice. Pad that is being panned like crazy. Did I mean to do that? Well, it was supposed to sound like this. Which is all Digitalis is doing, like this. Maybe not, actually. Is this Format automation? No. Or maybe it is. It probably is Format automation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I really like to do this thing in Ableton where you, I mean, I can just like demonstrate it real quick. I'll just get like the same sample, like a Mami Dufu atmosphere. Yeah, sure. So like if I take like this clip, and then I pitch it up. I'm gonna do it where there's not tremolo. And then I go to Complex Pro, and then I take the formants. I go to envelopes, I pro formants, and then I do that. If this is at 100, then it will do that. And if you like do something like this, it kind of gives it like a formant sweep kind of thing. And then if I pitch that down to the original pitch, it adds like a really cool kind of phasery movement to the pad. And I do that all the time because I love how it sounds. It sounds it's so grand, it's so future bass. Big fan of doing that on pads. And that's definitely what I do here. It's just rendered out. Sparkles. It's like a atonal, like square wave thing that just increases in pitch. I think this is definitely the most noticeable thing you can hear out of this little group I have, and I think it adds a nice little accent to them. Like you can hear that kind of like blah, like kind of sound. It's cool. What is this? I want to say this is just like a render of whatever this thing made one time. I don't know. Sounds like more glitchy, granular stuff that I made. That comes back, that resolves because it gets cut out by like that vocal thing. It's funny how much how many layers, how much effort I must have put into a sound that is 0.7 seconds in length. But that's making music. This is just the same part as the first part, except the synth lead goes away and it's just the lead that's from Optifine. I guess there's that counter melody. I forgot that was there. Can you even hear that? You can kind of hear the last note. A little bit, you can hear that kind of breath. Very cool. I actually like this melody a lot. I wish I kind of used it in a more audible context. Because it kind of bounces pretty well. But second half is just the vocal. Except for sometimes the lead will come back in when I want to accent a specific part. Yeah. I don't do the tremolo thing here, I just do a little stutter. Yeah. And this is a tape stop, I think. Let's see if I can try and find where it is. Is it? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, just a little tape stop. Yeah. This is just vocal chops from the original. Where could they have ended up? Vocals? Yeah. I guess I didn't go over the vocals in the drop. Because they're in here. Yeah, just a little chop of the vocals made a little melody. It's pretty quiet, but you can definitely hear it. Like there. this one's a lot louder because it's like the point of this section. And then that's goes up to transition into the part of the drop where the vocals are actually like the main thing that's supposed to be like the most presence. Yeah, fading in the vocals. Yeah, I mean, this is just the original. You may notice as I play it, there's this filter that's like going crazy that's off. We're gonna get to that, but I switched the snare for something that's more clappy, a little more chill. Green parrot sounds, future bass sounds. Let's go. Oh, also of course the classic tongue click. I put that in everything too. I don't think anything changes in this percussion, except for like a crash. There is, yeah, this is just the same chords from the first part. Except there's a filter on them. That's going crazy. Yeah, this filter. I had to write in all of this filter automation myself to shape the sound how I wanted. It took a while, definitely, but I think it was so worth it. I love this part. It reminds me so much of like old Night Owl Collective type future bass stuff. I love it so much. It sounds so good. And if I take this filter off, it's just the original chords that you've already heard, chopped up a little bit. But that filter does all the work. I love it. More green parrot, fully. I'm also doing the same filter on this like melody from the original. This even more than the chords has that like really wobbly sound that adds to that like old future bass vibe. And then whatever the hell this like thing is just loops throughout the whole drop. So does that. This is just meant to accent the vocal melody that plays here at the end of the bar. Where it says that. I think it says no one else in the world. You can hear it. Kind of goes along with it. What's going on here? Yeah, some clicks, some big crushed little sound. That sound, I don't know. What's this? Oh, I'm stupid. We already did that part. Just a wave. This is just a wavetable sound. Very, very basic wavetable sound. What is the serum effects doing? Nothing. Nice. And then now we get into the... That little fill I like a lot, sounds cool. Definitely doesn't sound like what it is, which is a vocal. This is from that same like gospel sample pack that I use sometimes. This is just like a same thing, but it's like the organ or whatever. Just a little fill that cuts out the chords and stuff. It actually like harmonizes really well with the like gospel stuff. It sounds really cool. Yeah, big fan of that. Where's the little plop that's before the, like here? It's another green parrot sound. I think that's the same. Yeah, it's the same little chop. So now we're entering like stuff I didn't fully make. Like this build up is /d, but we did want to do some like when we were like finalizing it, we thought that the build up felt a little empty, so I added these little vocal things in the background that bounce around. I made this, /d taught me how to do it. It's something with Simpler in Ableton. There's a setting in Simpler that allows it to like randomize this like slices of the sound that you can then play with like MIDI. And I didn't know how to do that at all before /d showed me how to do it. But this like vocal thing was made from that. And, like this is like the whole like recording session of it doing that. Yeah, it does that. You chop that up a little. I think this is the same thing, like it was also made with that method. And then we added this verse in the, like for the build-up. This is just from the original. And then we have little, like, each line reverses into, like, it plays the reversed version of the line that fades in, and then it plays the actual line. Just to add a little space before the next line came in. Very cool. I guess it's just a pad that made out of the vocal. Is this made out of the vocal? I don't know what this is. This might be made from something else. I don't know. It came from the stems originally in some form. And that's it. That's all I did. And then /d mogged me and made this. Which like blew me away when I heard it. But yeah, that's it. That's all I did. Yeah, make sure to listen to the remix. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far. We're